Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're gonna do our first Worthwhile Wednesday. So this was something I came up with, just like a positive, thing I want to do every Wednesday. I kind of entered it a little bit in my other videos, but here we're gonna dive deep into it. As you can see, I have gotten nothing done on the kitchen helpers from Randall Spangler. It's a DAC, Diamond Art Club. I didn't get anything done. I have been slacking since, well, I can't really say that, you know what I mean? I just haven't been diamond painting. I finished a crochet project and a baby blanket I was working on that I was really focused on and needed to get done. It was for my cousin who had a preemie, and my mom's coming up this weekend, and so I really wanted to get that baby blanket done so that when she gets up here I can give it to her and she can add it in with the things that she wants to give them. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. We're going to start with number, can you see that? 3830. So we're gonna, sorry, I had a little visitor. Anyway, I wanted to get the blanket done so that I could give it to her to put it in with the things that she is going to send to them, for the baby, because he was very preemie. I think he was only like 30, she was only like 30 weeks along. So, very, very preemie. He was only like a pound something when he was born. He was very small. He is doing great though. He's doing amazing. They put updates on Facebook, and they're keeping us all in the know of what's going on with him and how well he's gaining weight and how well, his feedings are going now and everything. And he's a trooper. He's doing really well. His name is Lennox, by the way, for those who wanted to know. Baby Lennox. So, that's all good news. So I did work on that, and I did start another baby blanket because I do have a girl that I work with who's having a baby girl, her first baby girl. She already has 2 boys, 2 and 4, and I think the one's 4. He might be 3. Anyway, so she is having her first little girl, and I try to make baby blankets for, crochet baby blankets for people I know. Next one is 356, and so I'm working on, I started her baby blanket. Well, her baby shower is actually on Sunday, so I will not be getting her. Oh, look, there's a little red one. I won't be getting it done in time, obviously. I can't crochet that fast. Maybe if I didn't have to work, through the day, I could get it done, but definitely because of work, I can't take the time to do it. And actually, I can't crochet the way I used to, where I could do it for hours and hours, because as we talked about before, I have carpal tunnel, and so my hands start to ache and hurt, and I actually have some I'll have some pain in my elbow as well. So I have to like prop a pillow under my, oops, just like flew out of my hand. I have to prop a pillow under my right elbow. I'm right-handed. If you didn't figure that out from the way I diamond paint. So I have to prop up a pillow under my my right arm, because it starts to hurt. Everything starts to hurt. My neck, my shoulder, my elbow, everything. Okay, I've rambled enough. Moving on to our Worthwhile Wednesday topic. So I'm going to open up with a quote. I've got a little book over here on the side. Every day is a new beginning. Treat it that way. Stay away from what might have been and look at what can be. And that's from Marsha Petrie Sue. So that's what it's about, isn't it? Every day is a fresh start. You have to move forward with each day because it's a new day. It's what happened yesterday happened. There's nothing we can do about it. You just gotta move on. And I think that that's really important. You can't hold to what used to be, what happened. Every day you can move forward and make it a better day. So that's my quote to start off with. And I thought we would talk today about books, worthwhile books that I've read recently that I want to recommend to all of you. These are all books that I actually read via audiobook. I work a lot and I, do my other crafts and stuff. And so a lot of times I don't have time. Sorry, I wanted to hold that spot. Sorry. I hit you too. We're going to move on to 355. Oops, out of camera. I don't have time to sit down and read, which I think we've talked about. So I do a lot of audiobooks because I can put that on while I'm working. I can, put it on while I'm diamond painting or while I'm crocheting and, go from there. Listen to books. So the first one I'm going to share with you is one that I got recommended to me by one of the lovely ladies that I met on vacation down in Nags Head, North Carolina. Her kids and my kids hit it off. We hit it off. She's a book lover, and she was just a really lovely lady. So this book is Circe by Madeline Miller. And for those of you who don't know, Circe is like a demigod from like mythology. So this book is all about her. It's from her point of view. And it just it goes through like her life and stuff. So like there's the whole like who her parents were and how she came to be and the court of her father and who's a god and her grandmother who was also a god and everything, but her mother was mortal. So she is not fully a god. Really good book. Talks about, a lot of different gods and goddesses, demigods and whatnot, and places. And she had her own island. She was, cast out and given her own island. And it ended up not really being like I think they planned, 3777. Is it supposed to be this exile thing? And for something that she did, I'm not going to spoil everything about the book. But something she did, she got punished for and they exiled her. And it ended up not being like that bad of a thing kind of thing. You know what I mean? She ended up pretty much liking her solitude. So it just goes through her like life and times and like different sailors that came to her island and, the magic that she found within herself. And just a really good book. Really, really good book. See, did you see that? I threw that pen. I crossed the table again. slippery butterfingers today. Anyway, so really, really good book. If you, even if you're not like big into like mythology or whatever, I really think you would just enjoy it for the story value of it. And you'll know some of the names, even if you're not 498, even if you're not into Greek mythology, you'll recognize some of the names. So that's my first one. Check that out. It's a good one. I listen to most of my audiobooks on the app called Libby. It's through like your local library. Check with your local librarian, see if they have an online component to your library card. Ours does, and I live in West Virginia, so if you live in West Virginia, check it out, because I do think they're all through like Charleston, through the capital. My mom has a library card that's, she lives in another county, and she's online, and she listens, or well, she reads books that way, because you can get not just the audio, but you can get the actual like book, like a download, and it's just like a library book. You can keep it for like 21 days or 14 days, whatever it is. It's in like 7 increments of 7, but 21 is the biggest. And I always do the 21 and then just return it early if I need to, because I don't always 890 don't always have time, or you know what I mean, I don't listen every day. I have moments. It's like diamond painting, like sometimes I just don't feel like it, so I don't do it that day. Okay, moving on. So the next one I want to bring up, this one my sister-in-law Rebecca suggested to me, and it is called The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. By Laura Dave, and it was good. It kept me guessing. It's kind of a, I don't know what you would call it, like mystery sort of. So it's from the perspective of the female lead character, and she is married to this guy who has a 16-year-old daughter, and talking about their life and stuff, and something happens with his company, and like the big boss is getting like arrested for fraud and all this stuff, and he goes like missing, or he goes on the lam. I don't know what you want to call it. He runs. So it just follows. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's the premise of the book. Is then it's her, a lot of her thought process and introspection on, why did he do this? What is going on? She's looking for clues of, if he's innocent, why did he flee? All of this stuff. And it's just really good. And it's, her and the daughter, which they hadn't had a very strong relationship, but they're what they have left, kind of thing. So yeah, that's a really good one too. I read that one. I actually listened to that one very fast because it kept me really engaged. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next, So that one's a good one. And it wasn't very long. When I listened to it, I think it was like 10 hours maybe. Okay, next book. So the next book I wanted to recommend is actually a young adult fiction, so YA. I do read / listen to. Next one is going to be $8.95. I do read / listen to a lot of young adult fiction. I just always kind of have, you know what I mean? Like I'm an adult, yeah, okay, but I really do like some of the young adult fiction. I was a big Harry Potter fan when I was already an adult. I was, I very much liked the C.S. Lewis, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe series. I think that's called the Narnia series, actually. So yeah, I, you know, and just other stuff. And I find myself going back and reading stuff that either my classes didn't read in high school, but I knew other people's classes were, or, oh, did you see all this jump? Because I tried to push that one in place. Or, you know, I didn't read, or my, you know, my friends read, but I never read it, or, you know, whatever it may be, or like they're on the list of like classics. So I have tried to go back and read some of those. I threw one across the table. And, yeah. But anyway, this one is called Cinder, and it's kind of a retelling of Cinderella. It's post-apocalyptic. If we finish that square, we're going to move over. Now I would usually pull up my, here, I'll show you. I would usually pull up my clear plastic and put this down on the next, like, row above, but I'm not going to do that right now. That'll take a lot of, you know, doing and stuff. I'll take up that time. Anyway, Cinder. So it's, like I said, a retelling of Cinderella. And there's actually a series of books, and the author is Marissa Meyer, and I haven't read all of them. Cinder is the first one in the series and the only one that I've read. I started the second book, Scarlet, but I have not finished it, so I can't, you know, give you any insight on that one. But it, like I said, it's like post-apocalyptic, it's fantasy, and it's, you know, retelling of Cinderella. Like, I just really thought it was very good. I do suggest, you know, obviously I'm telling you the worthwhile books, so I do suggest you checking it out, especially if you like either A, post-apocalyptic, or B, you like retellings. See if you like, you know, even just young adult fiction. Like, it was really well written. I was very, you know, I was into it, and I did that one pretty fast as well, because it just kept me very engaged, like, oh, what's gonna happen, you know, and stuff. So there's like what's it called, like a disease that is affecting people on Earth, and they're looking for a cure, and she is actually like bionic, I guess is the right term. Like, she has like a bionic leg and arm, you know, and other electronic enhancements and stuff. She's a cyborg. Oh, that's it. That's what she's called, a cyborg, because she even refers to herself as a cyborg. Sorry, words sometimes. So yeah, so that is another really, really good, worthwhile, I think, book. You know, you take the time to read it, listen to it, whatever it may be. I think that one should be on your list. So those are my 3. I figured I'd just start out with 3 things each week that we go over. 3, like I said, 3 books this week. You know, maybe we'll do movies next week, or I said movies, movies, TV shows, might be music. Yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear, see how I feel next week, what I want to talk about. Hope y'all are having a good day. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. Tell your friends. Suggest your favorite, or what you've been reading recently that you really liked. You know, tell me what books, you know, are worthwhile in your day that you were like, you know what, that was a really good book, and I would totally suggest it to, you know, anybody, or, you know, whatever. I think, you know, we can all share those things with each other and give that positivity. I think books are a great escape. You know, there's a lot going on in the world, in our country, well, I don't know about your country, probably your country, because it's going on all over, but There's just a lot going on in our day-to-day lives, and I think sometimes we just need to stop and take some time for ourselves, a little bit of self-care. And I think it's just very important to, I know it's cliche, but stop and smell the roses. Like, appreciate, you know, the things around us and all that. That was a terrible pickup. Did you see that? Oh, and then I threw them out of the tray. Oh, again, I'm using the same pen and tray. I don't know if I said that on my last whip and chat. I don't generally switch out my pen all the time. I know some people do. I do have more than one diamond painting pen, but this is just the one that I'm using right now. It has a glue dot in it and pink wax from Diamond Art Club in the multiplacer, and that is a 5. Let's see if you can see that. A 5 multiplacer. So anyway, yeah. So last thing that we're going to do for Worthwhile Wednesday, wrap up, is I want to do another quote and give you a little something to think about. A little something you can comment in the, give me your comments on your thoughts, or, really contemplate. And this is about nature. So I wrote it on a post-it. Nature has given us all the pieces required to achieve exceptional wellness and health, but has left it to us to put these pieces together. And that's by Diane McLaurin. And that's what I want to talk about. Last little worthwhile thing is nature. You need, like, as we said, to appreciate every day. Part of that, I think, it'll help if you can get yourself outside. Fresh air is a gift to your body, your mind, your spirit. Spending time in nature, apart from any accompanying exercise, can improve your memory, stress relief, increase your concentration, your creativity, reduce inflammation, and boost immunity, and decrease your depression. So 5 places. Think of 5 outdoor places close to your home where you love to spend time. What are those places? Tell me them in the comments. I put, for mine, the park. We have a park right down the street. It's very lovely. Lots of trees, lots of shade, picnic tables. There are the big toys and stuff for kids, but most of the time, very, very serene. My own backyard. My husband and I recently took the plunge and bought outdoor furniture for our backyard. We've got a table and chairs. I'm going to move to $8.90, and so my backyard is kind of my own little oasis, and I love that. Next, I put Raccoon Creek. We are on the border, of Ohio and Pennsylvania here, and there is a PA park called Raccoon Creek State Park, and it's lovely. They have trails, they have a creek that's kind of lake-ish that you can, boat on and swim in and all that. But the trails are lovely. It's so quiet. It's so nice. It is just, you know what I mean? It's very picturesque. And the next one I put was Lake Erie. Now this is a little farther. It is a 2-hour drive, but for us. But I love to go to Presque Isle on Lake Erie. It is a state park again, and sit on the beach of the lake. Sit in the sand and, look for the little rocks and stuff. And sea glass, lake glass, whatever you want to call it. And because you can feel it's got like waves like the ocean, and I'm just not close enough to the ocean to make that one of my places. The ocean, I really, my soul is totally refilled when I go to the ocean, but it's just not feasible to go to all the time. Then my last one, I keep putting my hand in the sticky. My last one is the Ohio River, because our city is right on the Ohio River, and it's nice to just go and sit and watch the water. You know, it's I don't know. Like, to me, nature is just all of those things. You know, it's relaxing. It restores my mind, takes that stress away. So get out there this week coming up. Get outside. It's still nice enough out. We're coming into fall. That pretty much everywhere, you know, I hope you can get out. You can go have some nature time. Some of the things you can do, you know, you can go for a walk. You can take one of the books that I've mentioned. You could listen to one of the audiobooks I've mentioned. You know, you could go fishing. You could go bird watching. You know, there's just so many things. Or you could just sit. Find a nice spot under a tree, you know, and just enjoy nature. Just enjoy that sense of being and not having to worry about social media or your job or, you know, your kids or, you know, what your mom's yelling at you about or whatever. Just take the time and just be. And yeah, so that's my Worthwhile Wednesday. I hope you all enjoyed this. It is, you know, my first one, and this is the part of my channel that I'm really excited about. I hope everybody loves it. Yeah, oh, there goes my zippy dog. Just take a moment, take a breath, get outside, and enjoy your days, you know? Start each day as if it's new. It's new because it is new. And it is what you make of it. Alright, guys. Thanks for joining me in the Starlight Realm by Jess. I will see you next time. Well, talk to you next time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it may be. Bye, everyone.